What is up, everybody? So after a long day at work, we are back here in the garage, and I decided to work on some of my own projects, so why not? I've got over here, I've got my TGVs out of my WRX. These aren't actually out of my WRX, but they are out of a WRX or STI. I need to fix these up a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see, but they're pretty gunky. They got crap all over them. They're painted very poorly, so I brought them home to clean them up, and need to weld a hole shut for the TGVs. So I'm working on that. What I want to do first is clean them up, get all the paint off of them, get all the crud off the mating surfaces and everything. But it looks like I'm gonna have to buy a few other I guess solvents or stuff, maybe some paint thinner, lacquer thinner, something like that, to get all this paint off. Not really sure how they're painted, but I want to get the paint off first so I can repaint them and then go from there. After I paint them, I will clean the inside and the mating surfaces and weld that hole shut. But for now, that's going to be a project for another night. If you guys are interested in seeing me work on these, leave a comment down below. Be happy to make another video. Other than that, I think what I'm mainly going to be working on tonight is this STI Wing. I wasn't able to make a video on me pulling it off of my trunk, but I pulled this one off the trunk because, as you guys saw, the top clear coat is fading and peeling really badly. So today I just I don't know, I figured I'd see if I can work my hand at repairing the clear coat. I'm not a paint or body guy by any means, but you know, couldn't hurt to at least see what I can do with it. So I guess let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with just hand sanding. I'm gonna wet sand it with a very fine grit sandpaper so I don't go too deep and ruin the underlayer of the black paint. I really wanna focus on just trying to get the clear coat fixed. So let's wet sand it with some really fine grit sandpaper, and we'll see how it looks when we're done with that. We'll go from there. So I've got some P600. I'm not really sure if this will be high enough or low enough grit, I should say, but I mean, I'm really not trying to take off a lot. I might be here for a little bit, but we'll see if this can get the job done. Let's go ahead and start. That didn't work, so we're gonna change to some 320 grit. And I've got the palm sander here. Hopefully it's not too aggressive. Let's give it a shot. I guess before we get too far, I'm just going to take this old lint-free cloth, and it's already got some crap on the bottom, but I'm just going to wipe it off. As you guys see, I went a little too deep there, or the paint in that area was just way too shallow or not enough coats, but it's okay. I planned on doing a coat of gloss black paint over it anyways, but let's see how this looks when I wipe it off and compare what I've done to the spots that we have left. Probably kind of hard to see with the glare, but as you can see over here, pretty awful. But over here, we're starting to do a good job of feathering that clear coat off. There's obviously some areas like right here and over here that I still have to work on. But like I said, I'll probably be here for a little bit working on this. But I don't know, I'll just keep hitting it and go a little bit deeper and get the rest of those clear coat spots off. And then we will probably hit it with some more black gloss paint and then a clear coat. So I don't know, just having fun tonight. Let's get into some more stuff. Apparently that last clip didn't film, so like I said, I switched to, I think, like 160 grit, just to hopefully speed this process up a little bit. Dog keeps knocking the camera, so hopefully he doesn't do it again. He's also trying to lick the water, but let's hopefully finish this up pretty quick. So here's where we're at with it. You guys probably saw I went a little too deep. Overall, since we're gonna do a coat of black on it anyways, don't really think it's that big of an issue. I'll do a couple coats, but you know, it is what it is. This side could use a little bit more work probably, but we're just gonna paint it anyways. I tried my best to feather the edges and everything, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a paint or body guy by any means. Just trying my best to do a little DIY repair of this wing. So let's go ahead and hit it with a couple coats of black. We'll come back to it when we see, I guess, how the black gloss looks without the clear coat, and then maybe we'll have to add a coat or two of clear coat. But I think this gloss is gloss and clear coat in one. So let's put a couple coats of that on first, and then we'll see if we need clear coat afterwards. If you guys have any tips or tricks for me on how to do this better, or if I'm doing okay, let me know. I'd like to know any tips or tricks down in the comments. I already appreciate you guys watching, but let's go ahead and finish her up. We got the shop dog Atreus. You guys probably saw him in the last video. He's running amok, but we're having fun. First coat's already down. Looks way better. Obviously, it's a spray can, so it's not going to do so great. I've got a couple little drips and spots, but really, it's not that bad. So I'll play with the dog a little bit while we wait for it to dry. We'll do another probably 2 coats, and then we'll see how it looks. Alright guys, I know it looks silly, but I got the headlight on. You guys know I like the headlight, but I got a friend here. In the meantime, while we're waiting for that to dry, got a friend here, got a parasitic draw on his Subaru. So we're gonna try and take a look at it and see what we can find. If it's anything crazy, I'll show you guys, so maybe you guys will figure it out in the future. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at this while we're waiting, and we'll get back to painting the wing. Like I said, guys, we will come back if we found anything weird. And I took this clip off. Our friend said that he replaced the alternator and had to splice the wiring harness. So I took the clip off, and you guys can see it's a two wire or 2-prong pigtail there, and he bought the 3-prong alternator. So I'm gonna assume that that's the problem. We're gonna replace it and go from there. But he also forgot to put the little tab on the back of the alternator here, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix that up. We're gonna get the alternator replaced, and hopefully that fixes our issue. So in a second, I'm gonna go back inside and finish painting that wing, but just wanted to update you guys on what I found here. So here's what it looks like after 2 coats. I'm sure you guys can see all those little inconsistencies and stuff, and if you have any tips on how to avoid that while doing this with the rattle cam, that'd be awesome. But for now, I think I'm just gonna put 1 more coat of this on there, and then we will come back in the morning and see how it looks. I don't think I'm gonna need to do a clear coat, but I think I might just do a clear coat just to try and get it as glossy and smooth as possible. But for now, that's how it looks. Let's go ahead and throw 1 more coat on, and we'll come back in the morning and finish her up. So we're on the next day, and it's had overnight to dry and kind of cure and everything. It's not perfect, but already, just from the start of the video, you guys can probably tell how much better it looks. Definitely passable from about 5 feet away. So I think it looks a little matte. I mean, it's obviously gloss paint, but it still has a tiny bit of matte finish to it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with a coat of clear coat, I've got specific automotive clear coat that I can use for it. I just got to find it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a coat of that, and then it'll basically be done. Nothing too crazy. I just wanted it to look passable from, you know, a couple feet away, and maybe be able to sell it, because like I said, I have this wing off of a 2012 STI that I want to try and fit on there. When I get around to fitting that, or maybe getting a carbon fiber trunk, I will make another video on that and kind of show you guys what we do to make it fit on there. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and hit this with another clear coat. I will come back to you guys when it's dry. We'll see what it looks like, and then we'll try and throw it back on the car. Sorry guys, we got the compressor going in the background. I got the other clear coat on. It's looking really good, other than a few little spots, but it's really not that big a deal. It looks a lot better over here. I'm gonna wash it up, and then I gotta go to the hardware store, and I'm gonna get a couple things to hopefully fix these. They're like riv nuts. This one over here got pulled out, so I'm gonna have to find out a way to secure this side to the trunk. But other than that, I'm gonna get some hardware to go in these holes, and one or two here in the middle. Gonna go get some hardware, a few things from the hardware store and everything. We'll come back and throw her on. Should be pretty fun. All right guys, we've got some goods acquired. Some washers, some paint thinner for those TGVs that I was telling you guys about at the beginning, and then some weather stripping to hopefully seal off the trunk and the wing where they meet. So let's go ahead and get this stuff installed when we get home, and we'll go from there. So one of the things I picked up at the store was just this really basic foam window seal weather stripping kind of stuff. There's like 17 feet of it in here, and it's just really thin weather stripping. What I think I'm going to do is just do a strip of it around the whole edge. Probably not right here where the light mounts. I'll have to find a third brake light to go here later. But for now, I'm just going to lay a quick strip around the very edge of it, and hopefully it helps me to kind of keep the water and everything out from between the trunk lid and the wing, and hopefully it will keep the water from rusting and keep it out of the trunk itself. So let's go ahead and throw some of this down, and I guess we'll go ahead and throw the wing on. Alright, so everything's pretty much lined up and ready to go. I'm gonna have to get really lucky with the wing because of the weather stripping. I have to get really lucky lining it up. So I'm going to do my best to line it up so that I only have to stick this thing down one time. But let's go ahead and slap her on. Okay, now that that's lined up, I'm going to go ahead and try and start one of these screws. But first, let me grab some washers. So there's the wing reinstalled, guys. Let me know if you like car with or without the wing. I personally really liked it without the wing, but the trunk is kind of messed up, so it's a little embarrassing. But hopefully in the future I can get a carbon fiber trunk and upgrade the wing from there. But for now, I think the wing looks really good back on the car. Let me know what your guys' opinion on the car and the wing is down in the comments below. Also, if you have any tips or tricks for me on painting and bodywork and stuff like that, or what I could have done differently, definitely let me know those down in the comments below. I love hearing y'all's feedback and everything. But there it is, the wing's back on the car. I think it looks good again. We'll rock with this setup for a little while, and then we'll figure out what to do, where to go next. But if you guys are interested in more videos, I have this stuff to do the TGV deletes, to clean them up and do the paint and everything. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, definitely subscribe, and I'll be doing a video on that soon. Other than that, guys, subscribe if you haven't already for more WRX videos and videos on the Forester, all kinds of more Subaru fun stuff, and hopefully more modded cars here in the future. But that's going to do it for today, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. Like the video if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.